It's week 9 of the NFL, and we'll see Drew Lock. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it's coming up next.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In the season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. And this game...
The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
He's got Bellinger. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Just a couple of yards on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jayden Daniels.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Pickup of 5 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Receiver in motion, headed right. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still third down.
The flag makes this 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's caught, Eckler. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got it, man. Robinson has it. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Locke to the air. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. Daniels on first down. Has a man, it's Brown. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed over the middle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Again, Daniels to the air. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Daniels. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight ends? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Daniels throwing on third. That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They've got first down from the 31. He'll get this one to Brown. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. In a good spot here, second and inches. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Yeah, that's what I call an absolute no-no. I mean, that just can't happen down here in the red zone. You've got to find a way to get rid of the football because now you're not only outside the red zone and you put some points that you thought were a guarantee with either a touchdown or field goal, now a little bit in limbo.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Schrader's kick is up and good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped, it's second down now. Man in motion headed right. Running it after the penalty. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Taken in by Bellinger. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face second down. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. This is hauled in by McLaurin. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a 9-point advantage. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now here comes the New York offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Play action on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They strike for 23 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I consider it such a privilege, Kate, to spend 2 years of my life backing up Peyton Manning and watching one of the best do it. Because when he got blitzed, he had answers. This quarterback and this offense, they did not.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And he gets him around 6 there. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 34. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke making that stop. And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Daniels now. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Giants are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Benjamin St. Just getting up to end that play. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tracy once more. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants looking at 1st and 10. Throwing his lock. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. This finds Bellinger. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The Giants using their 1st time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Locke. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun. Neighbors with a catch. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A 56-yard attempt.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Cut for big yards on the right side. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
17. Giants 3.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. 2nd and 10 now. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Locke looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Trying again, following the sack. He's got time here. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. Now that brings us to the midway point of this one. The Commanders enjoying a nice little lead here on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now Daniels off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Daniels on first down. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants offense all set to get started. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Taken in by Bellinger. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, your play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Got a man. Robinson has it. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the 41. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Daniels from the pistol. Complete. It's McLaurin. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Micah McFadden able to make the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. Play fake here, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. All right, set now, 1st and 10. An option give to Robinson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 14-yard line.
Another carry for Robinson. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Staying with Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You love a huddle. Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They bring McLaurin in motion right. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Here's Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 38. He's got Bellinger. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48. Connects with Slayton. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Locke. He's got him. That's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Back at the 45-yard line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Into the hands of Neighbors. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So now here's 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. 3rd down from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On first down, here's Daniels. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again in a massive sack on first down. That's the right way to begin this series defensively.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's got to gain a 6 there. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Even after a solid 6 yards on that play, still a long ways to go here on third down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They're set up at the 35 now. To throw, here's Locke. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's tackled for a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing is Locke. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third and long for him here. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Desperation time here on fourth. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Robinson on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4. The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Locked down. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or two short of the 20 here.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 19. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Locke. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and the Giants will have a first down. They kick the running back in motion. He'll throw it yet again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 40-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses, but things looking better now as they've got this lead. Here's a give to Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. On the give, here's Robinson. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 9 yards on that tote, and now a much different 4th and short decision than a moment ago. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gives them a 28-point advantage.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants and Drew Lock ready to go again on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. out and set. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Locke to the air. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
This finds Bellinger. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
That's good for a Giants. 1st down.
Locke to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49.
Still sticking with the passing game. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he goes out a little short of the 40. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. Running back sent in motion. Throwing it again here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Locke. He's got Bellinger. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
A 50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Commanders moments away from their 4th win of the year. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, range, Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. This offense getting all set for this series. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw, here's Locke. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from New York.